have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else work hard, I will do it for the gamers. Yo, can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTS or RPG or maybe even MMO.
Gamer Dude 2088, and we're back for another Skylanders Ring of Heroes video. And today is my progress report. Time to tell y'all, let y'all know what's been going on in the account, what's been happening, what I've been doing, what I've been grinding, all that good stuff. Because, yeah, why not, right? Why not? So, as always, don't forget, like the video, share my posts, subscribe if you're new here. Turn those post notifications on. Catch me live at twitch.tv/GamerDude2088. Alright, time to get this grind. So we're going to first talk about our roster. What we got going here. I think the last progress, I don't even think we even had Tough Luck at the time. But I did do a video explaining, a little bit of the differences between Tough Luck and Stealth Elf. Who's better type of scenario. And I came to a conclusion that it really didn't matter. They both did the same role. They both kind of suit the same role. The biggest downfall with Tough Luck is just the mana cost of one skill, but that's a plus for her PvP wise because she will have her skill up before Stealth Elf can have hers. Granted, you got a quick finger. So that being said, she's the main go-to. I did the main go-to to get B8 because I wasn't able to do that with Whirlwind and Blades, and it just wasn't happening. Like, I was doing W8 before B8. Also built up Ambush, which I ended up pulling through the guild when they had made that change. I just kept throwing all my guild points into getting Ambush because I wanted them anyway, and he was like pretty much the easiest thing going into that aspect. So that's what got me doing B8. We also built up Broccoli Guy just to help us with the heals and everything, even without the regen. So that was pretty good, and I think my Broccoli Guy was like a 5-star at the time, so it was working out pretty well, maybe even 4-star. I don't quite remember, but it was working out pretty well for us. So we are up to Mirage 60. Haven't done it yet. I did do my 55 video last week, so you haven't checked that out, you should definitely check that out. Yeah, or it'll be in an iCard up here. Start clicking on these iCards, man. Got some good stuff in there. Y'all sleeping. But last month we wasn't able to get past 55, and mostly due to it is really hard using most of the other free-to-play Skylanders outside of having like Kaboom or Boomer. So we ended up building Kaboom just for that, as well as pushing us through Welling. Because it was somebody that came out to my stream and was like, well, since you're the antimatter, you should just go ahead and do Welling before Beast. And I was like, I'm not going to do that shit in this game. I did it in the previous game. Not the best thing. If it's not giving you the basic sets for progression or what's going to help you go further, you shouldn't do the other dungeons outside of the main dungeon that you need to progress with. That's just in any game in general. But I'm like, all right, dude taught me into it, I'm just gonna try it out just to see how it is. No, just don't. It's a nightmare. Welling is a whole nother level, and it took me a while. I couldn't even get the 3-star for W8 for a while. It was B8 3-star before W8, but it was W8 before I was even able to clear B8, like, period. So that was kind of strange. And this was the kind of the team I'm going on. We're working on Blast Zone, so to speak. Whirlwind was basically for the cleanse as well as the heals, mostly the sustain. Even with this team currently, like, they would just die and Whirlwind would just solo from there. Her and Broccoli Guy for the most part. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at with that. And then I made changes to Whirlwind because Whirlwind was full energy, but I made changes to her room, putting her on a strike set. I just wanted that extra little bit of oomph. She lost a lot of HP, but gained a bit of attack. So her heals are hitting for 600 rather than 500 like they were previously. But since I don't really use her for a lot of the content, I don't really need her to do much other than to support us in the few areas that I am using her. Crypt King hasn't had any changes or anything. He's pretty much been the same since I got him fully built up and everything. Mostly he's in my PvP team. Like, I've been using him a lot in duels. Like, he's been a part of like the main squad. I'm not sure if my arena video is before this one or after this one, but if it was before this one, then you already know I was messing around with different comps. And if it's after this one, normally I run Crypt King, Kaboom, and Tough Luck, but I've been playing around with Snap, and I think I like that. We're gonna see if we can do more of that. I'm gonna have to work on Snapshot's rooms as well, because his rooms haven't had much of a change. He's been pretty much on the same thing for the longest. I got him on 2 resist sets because I wanted him mostly to resist the bomb from Kaboom in PvP, because he was like kind of like a soft counter for me. It's like, if he can survive, if I can get rid of like Tough Luck or whatever the other threats may be, then he can survive. He can pretty much take Kaboom by himself, as long as he doesn't get bombed or take any damage. If not, then we kind of like lose really bad. It was a hard one to bank on, but when it works really well. And if it doesn't, then Blades, we purged. Haven't used Blaze pretty much since B7 because Blaze fell off hard. And I mean, Blaze was what got me into Masters, because it wasn't many people with Kaboom at the time because Blaze is weak to him, and it was mostly just Stealth Elf 5-star Enigma, and Stealth Elf Nat 5 Enigma, and it mostly Stormblade. So he was able to just like one shot, if not 2 shot every elf, but haven't been able to use him since, so he really doesn't have a place now. I might end up tinkering and messing around with him, just throw some rooms on him just to see if I can have him mess around and counter some elves and some more PvP videos to come. We'll see how that working. We currently are working on Spyro for B9 going forward. Like, we're not going to build Wham. I see that there's other options a lot of people have had, for like Chill and even Chain Reaction over Wham for B9. So I wanted to see how Spyro goes. His runes is not quite there yet. I mean, I don't even have them fully leveled really. I just slapped on some of what I had laying around. Probably some of the best of what I had laying around, to be honest. But we got to do a little more farming into B8 so we can get the runes we need for the units to be able to do B9. I haven't really decided who is going to be the main DPS for B9, but we are slowly working on Boomer, just in case if anything else I test doesn't work out. So we want to just kind of get things into motion, if not, because from what I've been seeing other people have done and tested and things like that, who has been able to do it before me, hasn't been looking good without Boomer. But Wham, not necessarily a necessity to have. I like Spyro because Spyro's been working for me in different various content, and that's been pretty good. We haven't done anything with Spitfire in a while. High Vote is pretty much been put to the side until we can get him awakened, which we're getting close, as well as 6-star, so he can kind of take Spyro's position. I want to like play around with them both to see how they are. Since Spyro is fully farmable, he was the easier one to build, and since High Vote is semi-farmable, I gotta wait to see how he works for the little aggro stuff. Pit Boss has been one of the new additions that we have. I use Pit Boss in some instances, mostly in PvE. We probably play around with him in PvP eventually just to see how see how that is. But we don't have too much going on there. Gorilla comes out sometimes and niche opportunities, but not much. Not much. Until we get a rework for healers, I don't think I'm going to be using Gorilla too hardcore, because I would love to, because Gorilla's heals is really strong. And I would love to get the benefit of his heals at maximum capacity, but not for 4 mana. 4 mana is just too much. So whenever we get some kind of rework for that, then we're good. We have built up Broccoli Guy, because I don't think we had Broccoli Guy pretty much built up, but we have built up Broccoli Guy, so that's been a good thing for us. Now we got a lot of new content, so I mean, as far as my talents go for the new content that just released, we're mostly grinding out fire. We got it up to level 10, moving into 11. So, and this is pretty much for Blast Zone and Kaboom, because we want them to be able to do as much as they can do possible for the content that I use them in going forward. We lost some people in the guild. We see we kind of lacking in our numbers and everything. I think we even have a few inactives and stuff like that. So we need to get our numbers up. So anybody looking for a guild, we definitely looking for people. I mean, the biggest stipulations for the guild is just to be active, join our Discord, which will be in the link in the description box below. You know, chat it out, talk to me, get some of you guys in. Don't worry about your levels so much if you are a lower level player, just long as you have the love for the game like we do, being consistent, playing all the time, you know, willing to learn and progress, then yo, you're good to go, man. You're good to go. We're not that crazy of a bunch. We're not hardcore, but we'd like to get back up into the top 50 again, because we kind of got, since we lost so many of our players, especially a lot of our best ones, we're no longer that high up, and that's kind of a problem. So we are close to getting Blast on. Like, we are so close, just 10 more. So like literally tomorrow, which will probably be like days after this video is even posted, if not this video being posted on Monday, recording Sunday, he will be 6-star Awakened, and then we'll be going on to grinding him out to get those final little level ups. We'll see how that goes. Haven't really did much in the adventure. As far as chaos go, we're currently level 8. I'm kind of sad because somebody had got Spitfire, and I opened it up and I went in, and normally I just do it on auto. Manual is probably better when you do extreme, so you can get the most out of it, but I just throw it on auto because I'm playing other games, doing other things at the time, working on content, might be having other stuff going on. So, and I didn't have the auto queued up or the 2 times or anything, so when I capped back, all that was sitting on the screen was Blast Zone, almost ready to die, and we're still on the first wave, and I end up getting no points. So rip to that. But it happens. I mean, what can you do? That was just my fault in general. I think that's pretty much it for the most part, what we've been doing. I think I covered everything. Like, I'm not really looking for too much in particular. We're just grinding out, trying to get our gold up so we can level up some runes, so we can get a few things to 15, push further into the game, get our B9 together, because that's where we're shooting for next, is getting our B9 together. So we got to finish out Spyro, grind some more B8. I need to get me a few more 6-star runes to see what we can do, get some B8. And I think I need to do a little bit of W9, because I got a few units I'm using W9 runes on. So, I mean, not W9, but W8 runes on. So, you know, might as well, right? But if not, we just grind out more B8. Get ourselves together, and we should be in a run into catching up to everybody that passed us up. I mean, as far as most of it go, we still hanging, just because we do have something different going on our account here. So it makes it so we are able to hang in with people that are of higher quality. I mean, mostly in the arena sets. because we are still in Masters. For a while, it was looking bleak, and we was like struggling to keep it. But now it's just like I got tough luck, so tough luck cleaves. She cleaves, man. So that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it, man. And I'm gonna just let y'all go here. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. You already know. Like, subscribe, turn and post on. Catch me at twitch.tv/gamerdude2088. And you already know. Deuces.